Okay, so just a little video for some of my friends that have been asking about the compound or haven't been here yet, and it kind of looks really cool at night here in the back now. But this is an area that will eventually be decked, but for now, that's Beauregard. He holds my drink when I'm sitting and relaxing. And then the puppy pool was removed from its old location out there. It will be built into this deck, and hopefully we'll have a dog bone or paw-shaped pool to put there. The long-awaited lifeguard chair, where our newest rescue swan that adopted the compound or flew into the compound is still holding vigil over the dead first rescue swan. We still haven't performed surgery there. This area out here we are calling the terrace, and we've got some chairs. The pups like going down back in there. It's a nice little cubby. If you're wondering what all these posts are sticking up over the fence, we'll be adding 2 feet to the top of that 6-foot fence in shade sail material all the way around the property. There's the stand-up paddleboard that's all rusted out and dogged out with paws and stuff on it. A couple of the hammocks. This is the therapy pool, which has been named after one of the most loved dogs we've ever had, which was Lily, the lab that looked more like a white shepherd and was 110 pounds and tall and not a fat lab. She was just big. And so we call this the Lily Pond. But that's Bella right there with the zombie eyes, chilling on her little coolaroo bed that a very lovely lady donated to us. And hopefully she will come back to the compound soon. You know who you are. And that's the new chlorinator. That's solar and a globe, so it doesn't have the typical chlorinator handle, so the pups can pick it up, which is what happened to the last one. And the deck project was kind of a long time in coming. This was the first section with lots of help from Amy Vaughn and my daughter Tasley Wheeler. And then so there's 2 ramps. They can come up that side and run around that side. And I just move this ramp around every now and then to see who will use it. But if you keep going, one of our equestrian toys is here, the pink and black soccer ball. And if you're wondering why there's so many stones out here, it's because we were trying to hold down the dirt to keep it out here instead of going into the house. So surrounding the pool are the round stones. And you may have noticed over there was the checkerboard pattern. And then we go into another checkerboard pattern. Recently, we redid the boxes and the plumbing for the pool. It's just a cheap Intex pool, but back when I was still fully functioning, we rented a backhoe and just dug the hole out, and a friend from work came over and helped me set up the pool. After a couple months of pumping it out from rainwater, it was just a muddy pond for about 2 months. But anyway, that's just lift that lid up, and that's the skimmer box and where that vacuum hose is going to right now. This box used to hold the old small Intex pump, and now it is some of the plumbing for the return water to the pool is in there, and we've already started the oh heck, I'll just show you. Already started the plumbing for the waterfall that will be going in. That's that shutoff valve there. It's going to go off into 3 different valves for a waterfall that is going right there in that section. We've got a nice little LED light lighting up what we call the pumpkin pass. which when we saw a video years ago of dogs just having a blast running through a tunnel and over it and around it and through it, I said then that that was going to be a compound project, and we finally have it done. And it's called Pumpkin Pass because of Kim's Yorkie. She had him before we got married. He made it to almost 18 years old, and she was going to name him Punk, but ended up naming him Max. And so our little Max passed away several years ago, but this was a tribute to him, so it's called Pumpkin Pass. And the approach was poured just this past Friday, and it's a corrugated culvert pipe, and so there was a path of concrete poured on the inside so it doesn't trap water, and that they're walking on a relatively smooth surface and not slipping and whatnot. And it goes all the way to the back, and they can come out and go back over it and come around here, go over there. They're out here in the morning. This is one of Bella's favorite hangout places. And so this is another reason we're adding some height to the fence, because the pups can get up here and kind of get a peek over the fence. But it's more for privacy reasons than anything. There's the hammock chair that needs to be readjusted now that the mound is there. Giant stones that Mama Wolf had a hand in every one of them, and these are some old ones. If we play our cards right, we're going to have a rare appearance by Superman, which will be pretty cool. I'll try to catch that. But this is the pad that we had poured for the new to us filter, and a new pool pump that was just replaced. Pinch a Penny did us right on that. That's why I didn't buy it online. You only have a 1-year warranty online. I bought it almost a year ago. When I installed it, it was already a year old. Ran for a week and had a problem, and now they've replaced it with the current model of that motor. And so we're doing good. And the well pump that you may have seen a video, we're not quite done with that. Eventually, this will have a surround very similar to the one I'm going to show you. You got to get Superman when you can get him. He's a little bashful. So we're just going to switch gears here. Hey, Soup. Ready to go inside? Want to go inside? The light bothering you? Come here so these folks can see you. There's Brutus. And there's Superman. He is not terribly social yet, but he is hilarious. Augie, you coming out? Come on. Nope. And yes, we need to bleach this back wall and get it painted. It's on the list. So, I guess the last thing to show for tonight, since this is taking me a long time, since I have to be careful walking around, is about a year ago, it was before my shoulder surgeries, I built this surround that goes around the air conditioning compressor. And we'll build a similar one for this area, but it'll be covered. And then that way the pups are protected from getting in there and getting caught in any wires or having any trouble in that area since there's working equipment. So that's one of the priority projects. Just got to get some volunteers to help with that since I can't do everything at the moment. And this area over here is almost as big as the rest of the area that I've shown you. It will be where the agility station is at. We have a really cool and some just really neat ideas for the agility station. and it'll be big, and we think it'll be a lot of fun for the dogs, and especially ones like Bella that show a lot of potential for being adventurous and following commands, and could be really good at that. And if you didn't know, if you're new to being a compound fan or just didn't know what we did here, we allow folks to come over that are having trouble with their own pups. Perhaps they need socialization help. Perhaps they've gone a little catatonic, or they are post or pre-surgery and can't go for long walks, but they could do hydrotherapy. And so we, without charge, use our therapy pool for those pups. We take them in, see what their ability is, and sometimes they're just able to swim and they just want to do their thing, and so we make sure they can get to the steps over there and go from there. This top rail was the latest part of trying to finish off what otherwise looked like a very redneck setup. No offense to the rednecks out there. I've got some good redneck blood in me too. I used to call myself a dressed up redneck when I was in the corporate world, but this looks a tad better than just blue sticking up. There's the ramp. Starting to get a little rain, but before we leave, I was actually building this for me and the pups. This is a 13-foot long, can be used as a stand-up paddle board or a longboard. We've got 5 different paws for traction up front where the pups were supposed to go with me, but now we use it in the pool. We may use it as a raffle prize at some point, since I'm no longer able to use it. Or I may just go be a flounder and float on it and just float, because floating is fun too. And there's Miss Bella. She likes the rain, she likes the pool, and she loves that bed. So, Rachel, thank you very much. Love to all our fans, love to all our friends. If we saw you at the reunion this weekend, was that not just the best ever? And we're looking forward to a long time of helping in-need pups. We are a little different than most rescues, where we're not pulling dogs every week or even every day. There's a lot of groups out there that do an awful lot of great things with getting dogs out of the shelters. We try to focus on dogs that would otherwise never be adopted due to extreme mental and or physical abuse. Gertie Lou is one of the more well-known pups in the Northeast Florida area for that situation. 2 years to get to the point to where she's will come up to me here outside. She's been a doll inside for about a year or more, actually more than a year. Superman was another walker that just needed a different atmosphere to go through his healing process, and that is what he's doing. And today he was dancing and howling at I think it was breakfast time. So he is a fun pup and a loving pup. He gets up in the bed, and everybody has seen his pictures if you've been on the Superman page. It's Superman, the abused and thrown away hound. And then, of course, if you're on this page, you know the name of it already. All right, folks, thank you for sticking in there. If you want, I don't even think this thing is going to upload at 14 minutes, so you may never see this video. Good night from the compound.